Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real, so please do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Look, on today's conversation, former First Lady Jill Biden recently sat down with, I believe it was CBS News or CBS in regards to, I think she was promoting a new book out. And in that book, she mentions about the 2024 debate between her husband, former president and former vice president, Joe Biden, and Donald Trump, and how really that was the sign that he probably should have not, for one, not run for re-election, but hell, not even run for president in the first place, in my opinion. And so she says that is he having a stroke? This is not like him. This is this. And I think, and it's hard because that's her husband. She's always gonna defend and protect him and his name, as as a spouse should, right? But to an extent, I feel as though Americans aren't happy with that answer or response, right? Or the statement. They're not happy with that statement because clearly they saw that something was off. They saw that his, he was getting a little shaky. He was a little off his rocker in a sense. But it's unfortunate because, again, why wasn't this dealt with early on? Right? Every time folks brought up his health, his cognitive ability, it was the question that everybody ignored. He ignored, and he would respond with it like, now look, don't get me wrong, Joe Biden suffered with a stuttering problem throughout his upbringing. He had a stuttering problem. And, once you have a stuttering problem, you can learn how to manage it, but that doesn't go away. You have to know how to, work around it and with with a lot of practice, speech classes, the whole 9 yards. As an 80-something-year-old man, it comes at you even harder because you're already slightly forgetful, and you have to maneuver with the stuttering, and it's at the end of the day, I think most Americans are like, why wasn't this said before? Why keep secrets? That's why I can't stand when folks come out of office, or whether if they worked in politics or served as an elected official, and they come out with all these books, all these tell-alls. Now you want to do a tell-all. Now you want to do a damn tell-all. It's insane. In addition to that, two powerful women here in the Commonwealth of Virginia are at odds. I'm talking about Senator Pro Tempore, Senator Louise Lucas, longtime, very popular state Senator Louise Lucas, and the current governor, Abigail Spanberger, are at odds. We'll talk about that a little later on the show. In addition to that, can you imagine in your hand a $250 bill? Let me expand on that. Can you imagine in opening your wallet, you have a $250 bill with Donald Trump's face and signature on it? Bleh, bleh. I tell you, man, this man, I get it. You love some you, but it's extremely nauseating. You put your name on every damn thing, and it's so nauseating, especially when we live in a world, in a country right now where folks can care less if your face is on the freaking dollar bill, yet alone a $250 bill. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, people? What are we doing? We got a lot. Also, very popular and successful Serena Williams, tennis legend, has announced that she is coming out of retirement after 4 years. Is this the right thing for her to do? Is this smart? Is this a midlife crisis, kind of thing? Why now? Because look, Serena is already successful. She's won all the awards. Why is she doing this? She's trying to prove a point. Why? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it here on the Arrington Gavin Show. As always, family, thank you so much for sticking with us and taking your time to tune into yet another great convo here on the Arrington Gavin Show. As you know, we drop new episodes Monday through Fridays, weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show, where we have real conversations, real dialogue, and honest opinions. I do mean honest. So if y'all get mad at my honest opinion, I don't care, because it's my honest opinion. All right. We got so much stories and issues happening in our world. You know I gotta talk about it. Also, shout out to our affiliates. WBOK 1230 AM out in New Orleans, where you can listen into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights at 7 p.m. Central Time, okay? Central Time. And then we're going to head over to WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk, where you can listen into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then lastly, we're going to head over to Las Vegas, baby. Las Vegas. KSHP 1400 AM or 107.1 FM. You can listen to the Arrington Gavin Show Fridays at 8 p.m. Pacific Time. Again, that's only on KSHP 1400 AM or 107.1 FM. You like that radio voice there? Yes, I've been practicing. Yes. I'm actually feel like I'm having some allergy issues today. And the temperature in this studio right now is actually pretty chilly. Usually I keep it in a mid comfortable temp, but it is actually pretty freaking cold. I'm like, who did that? Who turned down the temperature? Boy, it is hot out here in VA. But anyways, can't forget, if you can do me such a huge favor, can you do me a solid? One of my friends said, can you do me a solid? Can you subscribe to our wonderful YouTube channel if you have not done so yet? We have a goal to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we are slowly but surely, but we are growing each and every day. We grow with more subscribers, which we have truly appreciated. If you don't mind sharing with a friend, sharing with family, we want to continue to spread the narrative, spread great conversation, and yeah, we just want to keep that momentum going. My friends, what else do we got? So if you're watching this video right now, please give us a thumbs up. It helps with our algorithm. We just want to continue to elevate meaningful conversation, as it says for those who are watching on our on the screen here. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Before we head to a commercial break, I want to play this clip here, because this person right here just motivated me, and I was tickled watching this. So let me go ahead and play this clip.
This bitch, let's lock them up.
What were you yelling at the guards?
That they need to let all these people out. If they're such big and bad, why don't they just take their mask off? They want to work here. So let them show their face. Why are you so scared? Why? There's nothing to be scared of. We're all here. We're all here to just see our family members. We're not here for trouble. We're not here for nothing. They yelled at me and my brother. How about we make a deal with Trump? Let's make a deal with Trump.
What deal do you want to make?
The deal is, let's lock them up for 5 minutes at least.
You want to lock Trump up?
Let's see if they're such big and bad, why don't they lock themselves up?
How long do you think President Trump could last in there?
He'll probably just last like at least 2 minutes. Trump, he needs to leave. These people are feeding These people, expired milk, expired bread.
Somebody just told her to.
So I want to. I'm gonna stop the clip right there. Let me tell you something. First of all, this 10-year-old was straight up cooking. Okay, this 10-year-old was straight up cooking. Okay, she was. So that was a 10-year-old girl who was confronting ICE agents outside of a Delaney Hall ICE detention center or detention where her father is in custody. She was captured by reporters going off claiming Trump, not the ICE agents, would be able to last more than a few minutes in there. Now, I believe this was in New Jersey where this was occurring, because I saw it on the go across my feed. And when I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness. Now, first and foremost, I know what everybody's thinking. Why bring your 10-year-old to something like this, right? We know how certain outcomes or just how the environment is. It's dangerous. We really have to be careful. So I personally, if I was a parent, I would not have brought the 10-year-old there, but I understand because her father was there and her family's like, no, we got to come out there. And let me tell you something, that 10-year-old is going to be trouble. Okay. You see how articulate she is. I already see like activism work, possibly even running for something in the future, or community organizer. Like, she is fired up. Okay, she's explaining exactly what's happening, this and that and the other, and she says why would they take their mask off? Why would they you saw the neck rolling, you saw the finger moving. Okay, she was coming out with facts. They're giving them spoiled meat and food and this, that, and the other. And the gentleman said, how long do you think President Trump? 2 minutes, maybe less than 5 minutes, maybe 2. She was just going ham. But that's the world we live in, y'all. Now, again, I will say 10-year-old should not have been there. She should not, but obviously she's gone viral. We've seen families be separated due to this ICE, due to ICE going rampant in our country. I've spoken with a number of candidates, all right, running for some congressional seats, even some of them running for U.S. Senate, who have shared their thoughts on ICE. A number of them had said that they wanted to abolish ICE. For all had somewhat similar, but most, a couple, for the most part, they had similar, but some had even different options from there. Excuse me. So I just had to play you this because now you have the children involved. You got the children, calling out Donald Trump. And again, remember, I shared a story that I believe this kid was 10 years old as well, where he was insulted by the Alabama congresswoman, which it's you got old folks, bro. You got old folks mouthing off, going back and forth with 10-year-olds, man. I did not think I'll ever see today. Wow. All right, well, look, enough of my spiel. Let's go ahead and we're gotta pay some bills here. We're going to head to a quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. You're listening to the Arrington Gavin Show. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit, and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together, we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs, and we're gonna bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create. From weddings to corporate events and everything in between, we specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
6'10", number 1 pick, 16 seasons, College Player of the Year, All-Rookie Standout. Joe Smith built a career on grit, consistency, and showing up.
Greatness isn't just about the game. It's about how you show up every day. Rugged Evolution now offers body care products for every man, because not every man wears a beard, but every man deserves care. Greatness doesn't fade.
It evolved. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Every beard deserves to be legendary, and every man deserves care.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
Yeah, this that new Gold Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Okay. Let me bring this up here. So last show, I was giving my take on, sharing my take on the, or adding some assistance to this 007 search, right? So, folks are always asking who should be crowned the next James Bond, 007. I had mentioned a few names on the last show. I kind of breezed them pretty quickly. Let me see if I can share my screen with you all for this. I'm pulling up this GQ article because they're also giving their opinion on the guys that they're recommending. So, okay, now we know James Bond's been going on for years, right? I think the more popular one was Sean Connery, the late Sean Connery. Then you had, I would say after him, as far as popular, I'm just giving my Pierce Bronson. I believe that's his name, Pierce Bronson. And then after that, Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig, by far, I think, was in the most. Had to, because he had to be in like, I say 6. Let me look it up real quick here. This name, Daniel Craig. All right. So Daniel Craig has been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was close. So he's been in 5. Still a large number. I mean, let's be real here. But great actor and played the role really, really sharp too. But they are, he can't do it forever. There were speculations that possibly what's his name? Idris Elba. It was a possibility that Idris Elba could be the next 007 or a potential key contender, because they start looking at, you got to be British or you got to be English. But they were saying, well, what if we had a black James Bond? We never had one in the in the past. Why not now? I think, and this is, and look, I am very big on my culture, diversity, you name it. I'm pro-black, right? In this case, I think it would be dope. Don't get me wrong. I think it would be dope, but it's okay. I look at it like this. Okay, we're talking about superheroes now, right? I mean, not superheroes. We're talking about action stars. Let me move it on to superheroes. Is the Batman role ready for a black man? Right now, neither both characters are fictional, but is it ready for a black man? And what I mean by ready, I mean as far as like, is the story, is the storyline, is the culture of this role, is it suited? Not, yeah. Is it time, or is it ready for a brother? Now, personally, I could easily name some great contenders, black actors that would be great for 007, right? But if you think about it, it's like, okay, well, he's not British, but maybe they should just pick a different role. Like, to me, I guess like Alex Cross is a solid, is a great role. They wouldn't do Alex Cross to change him to be a white guy. If they did, they'll have they'll be irritated. But it's just, it gets you thinking. It gets you thinking, because there are plenty of black actors that are English. So let me go ahead and bring you down the number that they start. So here's the first guy they bring up, Callum Turner. I don't even know. I never heard this guy. The Master of the Air, Fantastic Beasts actor. They're saying he's a contender. They always like somebody that's kind of like an unknown name, somebody that's unexpected. Let's see, Jacob is that Elordi? Okay, he's a star on the show Euphoria. Okay, so he's a contender, popular guy. He's I don't know about that. Harris Dickinson, the Kingsman, baby girl star. Nah, I don't know about that either. Aaron Taylor Johnson. And that's the thing. They get a lot of unknown folks that people are unfamiliar with. Well, I guess if he's James Bond, he's gonna have to get rid of all that hair and beard. Henry Calvin, he'll be a good role, but he's already done Superman. It's like, are we ready to? I don't know. It's weird. It takes a lot of thought. Man. Geez Louise. Who else they got on this list? Josh O'Connor. No. What is that dude wearing? Is that some floral Crocs at the Met Gala? Bold statement. Jack Lowden. Okay. Tom Holland. Again, they're getting folks that are already, it would be a great check for him because he's already winning in the Spider-Man, as a new Spider-Man. Too tiny. I think he's too tiny to be 007, personally. Theo James. Where do we know Theo James from? I don't know who Theo James is. Let's see here. Jonathan Bailey, Bridgerton, Wicked, Heartthrob. Oh, Bridgerton. James Norton. How many folks they have on this list? Okay, so we got I can't pronounce that name. Is that Roger Jean Page? He's also from Bridgerton. I guess a possible Paul Mescal, Patrick Gibson. They got a long list of people, by the way. Scott Morris. I'm not gonna name all these folks here, but anyway, good luck with that search. Personally, good luck with it. I think all these recommendations could possibly work. It depends who's directing it. I named a gentleman. Oh gosh, he played. Oh my goodness, what is his name? Let me see. Aaron Pierre, popular cat, right? He still is growing as a star of his own. He was the voice of Mufasa, the Lion King. 31 years old. Again, still still hasn't had, I think, his big break role personally. So I think that could be a good contender. And he will be the first black James Bond. So that's another win-win. But again, as a James Bond fan, yeah, would it be cool to see a black James Bond? Again, he's a fictional character, so it's like, why even complain about, black, white, X, Y, and Z? But I guess, you start looking at tradition, and I don't want to sound like a hypocrite here, because I feel as though I'm getting myself caught up in when they had the debate over the mermaid, right? Mermaid, also fictional, not no thing as a mermaid, but when was it Haley Bailey, I think, played mermaid. Oh my goodness, the conservative right was getting so pissed about, oh my goodness, a black mermaid, really? And I'm like, well, what color is a mermaid? Seriously, what color is a mermaid? So they were going based on a cartoon and saying, well, she's always white, and that's how mermaid should be, white. So that's why I'm kind of back and forth with the whole having a black James Bond, because really James Bond should not have to, you really should pay attention at complexion with James Bond. It's the overall role, the culture, the name. When you hear James Bond, you think of shaken, not stirred. When you hear the name James Bond, you think of, sharp suit wearing. When you think of James Bond, you think of, the man that got all the ladies, right? So it's and then the guy that also kicks butt 24/7 too. So you start thinking of all that stuff when you think of James Bond. But as I digress from this story here, let's see. Let me move it on to another story. So, former First Lady Jill Biden, God bless her soul. God bless her soul. She was recently she recently had an interview. I'm trying to see where. She recently sat down, I want to say, with it was the CBS The Sunday Morning show. It's a weekly program where they do a lot of sit down conversation with public figures. And Jill Biden, I believe, has a new memoir that's coming out. So she's doing the whole press tour thing. And while she was speaking with this reporter, or this journalist, excuse me, obviously the subject was brought up about her husband's cognitive ability, right? His cognitive health. And in her words, here's what she had to say in regards to when she started noticing signals about it. So let me go ahead and play you this clip here.
Were you horrified as you saw it unfold?
I wasn't horrified. I was frightened, because I had never, ever seen Joe like that before or since. Never.
Or since?
Yes. Or
You've
since.
never seen him like
Never.
that?
No.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And it scared me to death.
So, and it's sad that that was the mindset that went on in her head. And we all remember when he was fumbling during the debate between him and Donald Trump, which really it was just a poor debate in general. It wasn't like Donald Trump won. He was lying on every single answer. He just happened to be, I guess more fluid in the mouth than Biden. Biden was, running out of time. He came up there looking unprepared. And they tried so hard to put it in his favor because it was on CNN. You rarely saw Trump be on CNN. Remember when RFK Jr. was doing like a virtual town hall, which was hilarious, when he thought he had a chance of becoming president. So when this came out, obviously a lot of folks are extremely frustrated, right? The Democratic Party is already, in this rebuilding stage. They're continuing to fight this redistricting battle. They are, some of them are calling out resignation for Ken Martin, who's the DNC chair. Folks Democratic voters are just extremely frustrated, as well as Democratic elected officials. But mostly Democratic voters, because again, they weren't happy the fact that they had, well, for one, they didn't have a large option of candidates running for president. Two, they only could choose Kamala Harris. And three, their candidate had 107 days to try and win a presidential race. Do you know who has won a presidential race in 100 days? No, I don't, because it hasn't been done. But the frustrating part, again, you have, why wasn't this shared out sooner? Why is this now? Why is this now coming out? Because here's the thing: when these memoirs come, that's when folks start getting really irritated. So why was this kept a secret? Why was this kept a secret? Why was that kept a secret? See, transparency is the most important thing that will build a trust factor amongst voters and elected officials. The more you lie, or the more you keep stuff hidden from the public, the more it's not going to help you. It's not. So all of a sudden now, because she has a book out, she's going to be, she's got to come out with the truth. Give me a break. Same for former Vice President Kamala Harris. Her book was shared that should have been shared prior. Like, I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. Do you just specifically hold this stuff so that the book will sell more copies and you can make more money off the book deals? Like, come on. Where is the trust? There is no trust. There is no trust. Now, don't get me wrong. She is doing what every spouse in America does, and that's defend their wife or husband. She is defending her man. She is saying he has always been sharp. He's the sharpest that he's ever been. It worried me because I thought he was having a stroke. Well, if he thought that, did he go? Did he go to the hospital? Was he checked out? Right now, I gotta, call balls and strikes, because of course the right's gonna look at this like, see, it's more lies. First and foremost, y'all gotta deal with y'all do in office right now, who's also office rocker. So please spare me the whole. Well, look at Joe Biden. He's, his cognitive health is so sharp. Man, you got one guy that's falling asleep every meeting, talking God knows what comes out of his mouth, right? He can't keep his fingers off of social media. He is the biggest whiner. I mean, they come, it's good content for them. It's good, just free option. They can just speak out and talk more about this. But let me continue to share this article here. It says here, Democrats are shaking their heads in disbelief. This is reported by New York Post. In disbelief at the timing of Joe Biden's memoir, her change in tone about Joe Biden's distraught debate performance. Now, the party would rather talk about the high cost of living and increased gas prices under President Trump, Democrats told the Post, rather than relive the debate around Joe Biden's cognitive health. And that's another thing, poor timing. Democrats are trying to win all these elections, and you go in here and put this memoir out midterm season. Again, strategy, poor strategy. I quote, and this is a Democratic strategist who worked in the Senate for years. He says, we need this as much as we need a hole in the head. Wow. Joe Biden's confessional about her concerns over the former president's health is dropping as the party fights to win control of Congress in November. He then went on to say, but it will have zero zip impact on the election. It's all about Trump, and his polling is in a free fall. It's an unnecessary distraction. I totally agree. That's not talking about Joe Biden's cognitive health is not gonna have jack squat to do what's happening right now, because the reason why gas prices are gas prices are up is because of an unnecessary war that was started by who? Yeah, this administration. The reason why all prices are up, you have somebody to blame. Now, while prices are up and people are suffering, let's go ahead and throw out there a 1.8 billion dollar slush fund provided by taxpayer dollars to crazy folks that stormed, that vandalized a government building. I'm talking about the January 6th rioters. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So again, and now they're doing some investigation on E. Jean Carroll, okay? The lady who was a victim of a sexual assault, who, by the way, our sitting president was found liable in that case, okay? So let's just be frank here. So he's going after every single quote unquote enemy. He's elected officials of his own party that has spoken, that has criticized him, just a little pinch, has been voted out during the primary. He's talking about, he worries only about remodeling, putting new, creating new dollar bills, which we're going to talk about that, with his face on it. He worries about stuff with his name, his face. He just loves the attention. Okay. But as I digress from this story here, I think the overall story from this is the fact that why this should have been said during the term. And I'll also say this: Joe Biden should not have served or entered into the, well, I'm a little biased because I was not a Joe Biden fan. I didn't want to see him, I wasn't a fan of the whole, victory. I was a fan of the fact that Trump was not elected or brought back in office, but he was not, Biden was not my my candidate of choice. But I understand they had to pull out all the stops to get that win. I still think that, okay, say he's in office, right? Okay, 2 years passed. I think Joe Biden should have said, look, my health is now catching up on me. I would like to thank this country for for the allowing me, this kid from PA, who grown as a public official in Delaware, who's now served as not just vice president but president. He should have resigned after 2 years, give reins to his vice. Okay, now you have the whole hoopla. She's the first, this and that. See how she does under that leadership. Okay, and then it's time for re-election. And then it feels a little more comfortable saying, okay, if Kamala wants to run for re-election, we've seen what she has done in half of a term. She was in like early 60s, right? So it's just it would have been better rather than seeing somebody who was already stumbling, who was falling off his bike, tripping up Air Force One, not one, not twice, but 5,000. He was always falling. He did not help his case on the age jokes. He was not helping his case at all. But that's what I thought. I think should have happened. He should have resigned halfway, right? Do 2 years, and then you have a good send off from office, and just enjoy yourself in Delaware with your family, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. Like, I don't get it, my friends. I don't get it. But that's just my 2 cents with this. Yeah, it's stuff that is not shocking to me, but I can understand why a lot of folks are frustrated hearing about this. Let's see here. We are going to take another break here. You're listening to the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
Let me tell you something most people get wrong about suits. A suit isn't just about you wearing it. It's how you show the world who you are. It's your handshake before you say a word, your presence when you step into any room. That's why we design statements at Dapper Luke. We don't just make suits. We'll start with the fabrics that tell your story, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends sourced from the finest mills in Italy, the UK, and India. Then we'll combine that with your vision, your personality, and your style. Every detail is tailored to you, from the fit to the finish. Whether for your wedding, a gala, the boardroom, we specialize in creating custom suits that are unique, just like the men who wear them. We spent years perfecting this craft, apprenticing under designers in New York and showcasing collections in New York and for Baltimore Fashion Week. None of that matters as much as seeing the look on your face when you try on your custom suit. Over 900 clients have already trusted us to deliver the best custom suits. They trust me to deliver the confidence. We proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore and would be honored to bring your vision to life next. Let's create something unforgettable. Book your free consultation today at www.dapperluke.com.
All right, let's take a quick breather from politics, shall we? Let's head into sports. So, Serena Williams, 23 time Grand Slam champion, is set to return to London. She's making a tennis comeback, at the age of 44 years old. She's been retired for about 4 years from the game, but she's talking about making a comeback, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Hey, we're going to talk about it. All right. So let's go here and let's go and discuss this here. So, as I mentioned earlier, the one, the only Serena Williams is considering a return to the elite tennis on the grass courts of Queen's Club in London. The 23-time Grand Slam singles champion has been back in the drug testing pool for 6 months, so has a green light to make her comeback at the age of 44. Now, the Serve podcast, hosted by the former world number one Andy Roddick and the veteran journalist L. John Verthim, reported that Williams will seek a doubles wild card alongside Victoria Mboku, the 19-year-old Canadian who is ranked number 19 in singles. Now, the second edition of the Queen's I can't even say the word. The Queen's 500 event begins on they're giving them dates and all that other stuff. There has also been ample speculation about Williams' possible return, and the American has been training in Florida for months. She has been working with Alicia Parks, the world number 79, ranked number 79, who posted a video of them hitting together in March. Now, Williams has not competed since the 2022 U.S. Open, although she was careful not to say she was retiring. Williams appeared on the retired players list until her return to drug testing pool last year. Now, look, I get it. When it's hard to give up on, a game that you've been playing forever and that you just love. You're like, look, I know I can do this. I love doing this. They're out there. I know I can beat them. I know I can bring in some more cash. Now, first of all, she's already extremely wealthy. Hell, she's probably going to make more money, or would have made more money as a retired athlete than she was as a competing athlete. The one commercial I've seen her countless of times is the weight loss pill and drug thing, which, I guess was that like a motive to, let me shed some pounds off first, getting that, really physique shape. Because I mean, she's always been a, very athletic, very beautiful lady. But again, I think I guess I'm not gonna get to read this whole thing, but I'll just show my take. Excited to see. Of course, it's like we always want to see the greats compete. We always will want to see, Brady or Peyton compete again. We all want to see Michael Jordan play one more game, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, y'all, I don't know why. And it's because I'm not an athlete, but I'm just saying these folks cannot give up that power. They can't give up that competitive. Look, Serena, you won 23 Grand Slam titles. I'm pretty sure you broke all the records. You're 44 years old. What do you need to prove? What do you need to prove? You've made all the money. You've made all the fame. You are a legend, a tennis legend. All right. Why are you coming out competing now with, 44 compete against 19-year-old, 20-year-olds? I mean, it's like, come on. Now, I'm not saying that they're gonna mop the floor with you, but I'm just saying, just enjoy life, enjoy other ventures, provide, open that floor for another up and coming star. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We know you the GOAT. You ain't gotta prove us a dang thing. We know you the GOAT. Okay. So that's just my 2 cents, my friends. That is just my 2 cents. And let me go ahead and we're gonna digress from this. Now, one thing I know, my wife was extremely happy because she loves Serena Williams. Both the Williams sisters, really, but she loves Serena. So she made the post saying, I knew it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this not gonna be the last time I'm gonna hear this. So again, we will see how the GOAT does in her comeback. But I would hate to see her come back and just not be as successful as we're used to seeing her, Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to talk now? I mentioned about a $250 bill. $250 bill. So your president, because I ain't gonna say my president, your president continues to he continues to find more ways to just raise the blood pressure of this country. He continues to agitate, to frustrate, not just folks that voted for him, or not just the folks that didn't vote for him, but the folks that did vote for him. He just continues to, he just stays winning. So let me read you this here. So Trump administration prepares for a proposed $250 bill. All right. $250 bill with the president's face on it. Like, his name and face does not need to be on any more stuff. I'm sorry, I got this really large because you're like, I'm like, Arrington, why are you hurting my eyes? Sorry. But hey, I'm just saying, get used to it, because we get this $250 bill, you're going to be seeing his face a lot. Treasurer Secretary Scott Bessent said his department stands ready to print the bills if Congress approves legislation allowing living president to be pictured on banknotes. Says here that they're preparing to print $250 bills with President Trump's face on them, and is just waiting for Congress green light. Bessent said that as secretary, he has 2 mandates for currency. At present, no living person can be on U.S. currency, and the currency must say, "In God we trust." Bessent added there is proposed legislation on Capitol Hill to change the first requirement, okay, so that a living person, Donald Trump, could be on a $250 bill. A treasury, we prepare things in advance, so we have prepared in advance that if the legislation is passed, but we will stick to the law. The Washington Post was first to report on the plans of Trump's likeness on a $250 $50 banknote. Oh Lord, I'm just I'm curious. What are Trump voters thinking when they every time what are they thinking? What's going on in your head, Trump voters? Because I know you're watching and then you tune into this show. You don't even tell that lie, because I'll be seeing y'all in the comments. Like, what are y'all thinking? What's going on in your head? And please don't tell me I could care less as long as this is going good. This, like, no, don't give me that BS, please. Like, don't give me that. Oh, we know he's an a-hole and we know he's doing. No. Exactly. What is the benefit? What's the benefit that you're getting? What is the benefit? Because look, obviously, not everybody are billionaires and millionaires. So what is the benefit? How does it feel to pay for January 6 rioters? How does it feel to compensate them? They broke the law. They broke a federal freaking law, and they're getting compensated for it. So how does that make you feel? How does the cost of everything you do, whether if it's just your everyday regular routine, are you enjoying that cost? Are you enjoying the fact that while you are hurting, right? You got a guy, forcing Congress to make a vote to see if his face and name could be on a dollar bill. Is that enough for you? No, that's not good enough. It's not good enough at all. Whatever happened to competitive primaries? Whatever happened to, it's okay to speak. If you have a disagreement, okay, you share that and then keep it moving. But if you talk against Trump, he going vote for the China, but you gotta go. Like, what goes on in your mind? I'm just curious, man. They are wasting their time opening a criminal probe involving E. Jean Carroll's in a testimony of a sexual abuse lawsuit. DOJ is opening that. Like, he is using the DOJ to find so many. All this is going after his enemies. Like, I'm so I'm numb to the point I could, I'm not even like, I can't even get frustrated, right? I'm used to it. We're used to it as Americans, right? Trump is more worried about making sure that the UFC looks great on the front lawn of his residency now. You have all these issues happening, and we have a UFC fight happening on the 250th anniversary. You also have a lot of acts, coming out. So, that are opting out of the performance. So you heard about this lineup for this great American fair, and you had a lineup of like Vanilla Ice, Morris Day and the Time, Commodores, Flow Rider, some other artists, but 3 of them has said publicly that they will not be participating. The Commodores had mentioned on their social media. Morris Day, I believe, was the very first one. Said absolutely not. I will not participate. They said no for me. And then you have another artist, C plus C something. It's a band, I believe. And they're saying no, but like, when is being a controversial figure going to be okay for you all? Because at first you let it pass, you let it slide, but you're really making all this, like, you just ignoring everything. Because every time Trump is sitting behind a desk, signing a bill or whatever, guess what he always says? Biden couldn't do that. Obama couldn't do that. Kamala wouldn't be. She wasn't that bright, huh? Yeah, I bet you they can do that. He can do that. They. He is so petty. The most of the time he speaks is all about pettiness. I don't ever hear anything like educational, informative. I don't hear anything intelligent that comes out of his mouth. I really don't. It's always like the fake news. They're fake. Biden wouldn't do this. I did it. He wouldn't have the $250 bill. I decided. I did that. Look at that ballroom. It's going to be beautiful. Gold everywhere. It's beautiful. Wonderful. Look at this statue of me standing outside of a Mar-a-Lago. You see how the pastor stand behind the statue and praise me? That's what a good Christian is. That's right. A vote no for Trump is a vote no for God. That's right. I'm big, just like him, but I'm bigger. I have more money too. Don't forget that. I got more money. Speaking of money, how much money has the family brought in? By now, I know we're well over $1 billion, right? Are we at $2 billion yet? Way past $2 billion? Yeah, they made a lot of money while he's in office, right? Okay, so utilizing on the position. Okay. And that's legal? Oh, okay. I didn't know. Learn something new every day. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay. But yeah, it's unfortunate. It's extremely unfortunate that this is literally news. We have news outlets wasting their time reporting something like this because it is, and I'm calling it a waste because it's stupid. The fact that it's even being brought up in conversation, being brought up to Congress. Are you kidding me? Y'all, all I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna be closing very soon. Elections has consequences. Elections has consequences. If you don't make your voices heard out there, this will only get worse. It will only get worse. You have big midterms happening across this nation. I mean, you have a president that's contacting red states to say, hey, look, we need to win more seats. I want to have the power. I want to have the majority in Congress. Congress is currently, 220 to 213 Republican majority. To my knowledge, in the U.S. House. I believe so. You have states that are literally pursuing a congressional map change from 8-1 to 9-0, making it all red. Like, we have no power in this. This whole redistricting crap, voters have no power. Voters thought they had the power in Virginia, right? Over 3 million people voted for this new congressional map change. You know what Supreme Court said? Struck down. They struck it down. Whoo! I tell you, y'all. I tell you. The time has come. I thank you for sticking with us here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Be sure to tune into episodes weeknights again on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Y'all stay safe out there, stay blessed, and always please stay informed. Until next time, see you soon. I'm out.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.